Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to Happy Gaming News. Every Sunday we'll cover a few gaming related news highlights from the previous week. You can always find more information about the topics covered here in the description of the video. This segment is looking at the week of February 8th through the 14th. So first up, the first trailer for the movie Hitman 47 hit the internet this last week. Now the movie, based off the popular gaming franchise Hitman, follows Agent 47, a man engineered through technology to be the ultimate assassin. Now while we won't talk plot, fans of the franchise have had mixed reactions to the trailer. I suppose the real question will be, how much of a fan service is this movie, or is it going to be able to pass as a decent action film? Hitman Agent 47 is slated for release on August 28th, 2015. Next up, let's talk about NCSoft. The company released their full year financial results for 2014. While Lineage 1 and Blade & Soul seem to be on the rise, NCSoft's other titles appear to be struggling, specifically Wildstar. This MMO is an extremely anticipated game of 2014 that launched to mostly positive reviews from critics. The quarter that Wildstar launched, quarter 2 of 2014, the game pulled in about $25 million in revenue. However, by the end of 2014, the game was down to under $5 million in quarterly revenue. Divided by the $15 monthly sub fee and excluding new sales, that puts the subscriber number at about 300,000, which is actually quite respectable. The question is if the decrease is affecting NCSoft's mindset regarding the game's monthly sub fee. I'll be sure to keep you all updated on this topic as we hear more about it over the year. Now this next bit of news is big news for fans of the Dungeons & Dragons series. A new game titled Sword Coast Legends is going to be launched sometime in the next year. This new title in the series is going to do its best to replicate the tabletop experience within an active RPG experience. 4 players will team up and explore the Sword Coast while the Dungeon Master, the 5th player, manipulates the experiences in real time. This includes setting traps, punishing party members, controlling monsters, and making sure that the story goes along the way you want it to. So, if you love Dungeons & Dragons, you may want to check this game out. While we don't know an exact release date, it is slated to launch sometime in 2015 on the PC. Let's take it back to Japan for this next bit of news. Dissidia Final Fantasy, the popular fighting game on the PlayStation Portable, is being launched in arcades in Japan. This is going to be a new entries in the series that'll be mostly inspired from the 2 prior games, but with some twists to the gameplay. Instead of being 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 1 with assists, battles will be 3 on 3, putting a total of 6 characters in a single match. The maps to fight on will vary and contain destroyable terrain, and to mark the new release, Y'shtola from Final Fantasy XIV will be a new member on the roster. While there's no news about Noctis potentially appearing in the game just yet, we can expect to find out more about this title at the press conference on April 10th, 2015. And last but not least, we had a few big game launches go down this week, one of them being a bit controversial. First up, we have Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which was launched on the Nintendo 3DS to much success. Along with the Majora's Mask themed 3DS XL, the game has been selling like hotcakes as gamers old and new flock to the title. If you didn't pre-order this one, have fun trying to get your hands on it anytime soon at any local stores. And the other big title that launched this last week was Evolve. This multiplayer only game puts players up against each other 4 versus 1. The team of 4 are made up of humans tasked with eliminating the monster threat in the area, while the remaining player is the monster, whose goal is to evolve and eventually stop the humans. Monsters and humans can both hunt wildlife and search for power-ups in their ultimate goal to stop one another. Last one standing wins. The game has seen extremely high praises amongst critics looking solely at the gameplay itself. Gamers, however, don't quite see eye to eye with the game's excessive amounts of DLC. While it's all cosmetic, the game launched with hundreds of dollars in DLC content, greatly upsetting players and affecting the game's ratings online. What do you think about Evolve's ballsy move to include over 40 DLC packs at launch? Let me know in the comment section of the video below. And that's it for this week's episode of Happy Gaming News. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and be sure to stay tuned for future news segments. But anyway, everyone, until next time, take care.